Imagine a country as wealthy as America, yet millions have no place to call home. In cities like Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Phoenix, sidewalks are lined with tents, where families, even kids, endure scorching 40-degree-Celsius heat. Some live in cars for months, dreaming of stability. This crisis isn't just urban, it's creeping into quiet rural towns in the South and Midwest. Soaring prices and disappearing affordable housing crush the working poor, forcing impossible choices between rent and food. Social systems are buckling and full-time workers sleep on streets. What's fueling this collapse? Discover the 10 hardest hit states in this unfolding tragedy. Number 10. Oregon. Once celebrated for its vibrant greenery and carefree vibe, now faces a growing crisis of homelessness that's hard to ignore. In Portland, the state's biggest city, tents line busy streets, while parks, sidewalks, and parking lots have turned into temporary homes for those who can't afford rent. In Eugene, a lively college town, the story is similar. People sleep outside shops, and neighborhoods are putting up metal fences out of safety concerns. The main cause? Living costs are soaring. In just 5 years, rents in many areas have jumped over 30%, but minimum wages and social support haven't budged much. Even working families are one accident away from living in cars or on the streets. Local governments are struggling to keep up, but their resources are stretched thin. As leaders argue over laws and funding, more people slip into homelessness daily. Oregon's crisis is a wake-up call for the whole country. Without change, this could be America's future. Number 9. New Mexico. New Mexico, a place of stunning deserts and towering mountains, is struggling under a heavy cloud of poverty and hardship. As one of the poorest states in the U.S., nearly 1 in 5 people here live below the poverty line. In rural and Native American communities, hunger, homelessness, and joblessness are all too common. Unemployment isn't just a problem, it's a trap that keeps families stuck in a cycle of poverty with little hope for better days. Addiction to synthetic drugs is spreading fast, tearing lives apart. Some areas feel like forgotten zones, where government help barely reaches. Healthcare is another big issue. Hospitals are stretched thin, doctors are scarce, and many people must travel hours just to find a clinic, if one's even open. Affordable housing? Almost impossible to find, as the supply has been ignored for years. New Mexico's challenges show a quiet crisis that's spreading across the country. Number 8. California. California is the wealthiest state in the U.S., yet it faces a heartbreaking crisis with the highest homelessness rates. In places like Oakland, tent cities line the streets, sprawl under bridges, and sit in the shadows of gleaming skyscrapers. People sleep on sidewalks just steps from million-dollar buildings. Police may clear these areas, but the next day the camps return because the real issue, unaffordable housing, remains unsolved. In cities like San Francisco and San Diego, sky-high rents make it tough for everyday workers like teachers, nurses, or office staff to afford a home. A single setback, like losing a job, a divorce, or a medical emergency, can push someone onto the streets in weeks. While California's wealth shines for some, many are left behind. Welfare programs can't keep up with the growing crisis, and the gap between rich and poor keeps widening. For too many, the American dream in California feels more like a nightmare. Number 7. West Virginia. West Virginia used to be a powerhouse with coal trains rumbling nonstop, fueling homes and industries across America. That thriving era is now just a memory. As the coal industry faded, the heart of West Virginia's economy broke. Mines closed, factories shut down, and jobs vanished. Young people packed up and left, draining life from once lively towns. What remains are struggling communities filled with the elderly, the sick, or those too stuck to leave. Many towns are now ghostly, with empty houses, boarded-up shops, and silent schools. The streets, once buzzing with activity, now echo with nothing but wind. Poverty is everywhere, addiction is a growing problem, and healthcare is hard to come by. Investment and growth are nowhere to be found, and hope is fading fast. Worst of all, few outside West Virginia seem to notice or care. A state that helped shape America is quietly crumbling away. Number 6. Nevada. Once known as the dazzling City of Lights, Las Vegas, Nevada was a place where people flocked, chasing dreams of wealth and excitement. But behind the glowing neon signs, a tough reality has taken hold. Nevada now faces one of the worst homelessness crises in America. The COVID-19 pandemic hit the state's main industry, hospitality, hard. Hotels, casinos, and restaurants shut down or laid off countless workers, leaving many without jobs or income to pay rent. In just months, families, from waiters to cleaners, found themselves homeless. Tents now line the streets of Las Vegas, and cars have become makeshift homes for thousands. Areas once alive with energy are now quiet, marked by abandoned dreams. Sadly, the crisis isn't slowing down. Rising home prices and rents paired with limited social support make recovery tough. Las Vegas, once a beacon of hope, now reflects the struggles of many American families amid its fading sparkle. Number 5. Louisiana. Louisiana is grappling with a deep, lasting crisis that affects its people daily. Devastating hurricanes like Katrina, Ida, and Laura have left communities shattered, with damaged infrastructure and homes still unrepaired years later. Many residents have been forced to leave, and those who stay face poverty, debt, and despair. Louisiana ranks third in the U.S. for poverty, with communities of color hit hardest, lacking access to healthcare, opportunities, and influence in decision-making. In New Orleans, a cultural gem, thousands live in temporary housing without stable homes or insurance. Rural areas often have no health clinics or grocery stores, making life even harder. This crisis stems from a combination of natural disasters, poor management, systemic racism, and long-term neglect. Without proper support and healing, Louisiana's challenges continue to grow, leaving the state and its people in a fragile, uncertain state. Number 4. Mississippi. Mississippi is among the poorest states in the U.S., reflecting years of unfair challenges that keep many residents trapped in hardship. Poverty here isn't just about money, it's a tough cycle that's hard to break. Many kids grow up without access to good schools, leaving them unprepared for today's job market. With low average incomes and few job options, families struggle to get ahead. This hits communities of color the hardest, where racial and economic gaps make life even tougher. Many areas lack basic needs like quality healthcare, decent schools, or safe homes. Young families often face the threat of losing their homes, and children grow up in difficult conditions without enough support to succeed. Mississippi's poverty shows a system that leaves too many people behind while others move forward. Without big, lasting changes, the state risks falling further behind as one of America's fastest declining places. Number 3. Alabama. A state once alive with vibrant culture and Southern charm is fading from the landscape of hope. Poverty grips many families, ranking among the nation's worst, while limited healthcare turns minor illnesses into life-threatening crises. Finding affordable homes is nearly impossible. Rents may seem cheap in some areas, but empty towns with shuttered shops and boarded-up houses tell a different story. People still cherish the land, but surviving here is tough. Jobs are hard to come by, benefits are minimal, and support systems feel non-existent. Children face a future shadowed by poverty, and the elderly often pass away unnoticed, alone. Homelessness isn't just a city issue anymore. Small towns see people living in tents by old railroad tracks or sleeping in rusty cars in forgotten fields. Alabama hasn't been destroyed by a single disaster, but by years of quiet neglect, a slow, silent storm that's left deep scars. Number 2. Arizona. A place of endless sunshine and vast deserts is facing a growing humanitarian crisis. In Phoenix, the state's biggest city, the number of homeless people has skyrocketed by over 70% in just 3 years. Behind these numbers are countless heartbreaking stories. The dream of having a home has turned into a nightmare for many. A booming real estate market has made rents so high that even hard-working people can't afford them. Losing a job or facing a serious illness can quickly leave a family with nowhere to go. In Arizona, that means living on scorching sidewalks where temperatures hit 45 degrees Celsius, sleeping in fragile tents, or struggling under the blazing sun. Every summer, hundreds die from heat stroke, many of them homeless. In a wealthy nation, it's shocking that a lack of air conditioning can be deadly. Arizona's heat isn't just intense, it's a sign of deep social unfairness. And the scariest part? Other states may have it even worse. Number 1. Hawaii. Often seen as a dreamy vacation spot with sunny beaches and luxury resorts, hides a heartbreaking truth. It has the worst homelessness crisis in the United States. Behind the stunning views of Waikiki Beach and fancy hotels, many people struggle to survive. Housing costs in Hawaii are sky high, but most workers, especially those in tourism, earn so little they can't afford rent. Walk just a block from the glamorous spots, and you'll see families sleeping in cars, elderly people resting in parks, and tents pitched near five-star hotels. For many, even working 2 jobs isn't enough to afford a tiny apartment. Native Hawaiians in particular feel pushed out of their own home, forced to leave the islands to find a better life. This isn't caused by one big disaster, but by years of unfair systems and ignored struggles. The American dream is fading, not with a loud crash, but quietly, as hope slips away. From Hawaii's shores to Alabama's fields and Arizona's deserts, poverty and homelessness are growing. People across the country sleep in cars, line up for food, or choose between medicine and rent. This crisis comes from broken systems and policies that overlook the poor. Without real change, more states will face this pain. Is your state next? Share your thoughts, like, and subscribe for more stories. A trolley is heading towards you, missing out on future videos like this. Pull the subscribe button to stay in the loop. Jokes aside, subscribing helps us share more stories like these.